What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Season 2 of our NHL 25 Be a Pro Goalie career. If you missed the first season and you're just joining us, welcome aboard. If you want a recap of what happened in Season 1, you can go check out the last video we posted for that season. We covered a bunch of stuff in that one. We also simulated through the postseason. Unfortunately, we were unable to get a playoff start over Aiden Hill, but at the end of that video, we made a shocking decision deciding to uproot and move across the country to sign a one-year deal with the Philadelphia Flyers. It was something that has never happened to me in any Goalie Be a Pros I've ever played. I was under the assumption we signed a 3-year entry-level deal. That was not the case. It was supposedly 1 year, and then we were given the option to re-sign or join one of 3 teams. After some talks, after some consideration, and the roll of a dice, so to speak, we ended up signing with the Philadelphia Flyers, which is a golden opportunity to become the #1 starting goaltender for a team in the National Hockey League. I had a fantastic time in Vegas. You know, I didn't expect it to end like that, but I always like when random things in these playthroughs happen. And we're going from the first overall team to the dead last team. Philly was absolutely brutal last year. They really need some good goaltending, so it's a great opportunity to play more games and continue those good stats we had in Season 1 and improve on them through more games this year. So I'm looking forward to being that guy and given that chance. It seems like we're going to be starting as the #1 position. You can see it on the right there in the lineup status. We are currently, barely, but currently the #1 starting goaltender, getting our first start in the opening night against the Carolina Hurricanes. It should be a very fun test. We have new pad kit. You can see a little glimpse of the colors in the scheme there, changing it up drastically. And yeah, looking forward to getting started. So again, I want to thank you guys for such a fun Season 1. It was one of the best, if not the best seasons we've ever posted to the channel, and you guys crushed it, showing it a lot of love. So hopefully you guys like my decision here. Like I said, it was completely random and unexpected, but that's kind of what I enjoy about these Be a Pros, you know, in an otherwise stale game mode that has not been touched in 5 years by EA. When things like this happen, it puts a jolt of energy back into the playthrough. So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. We're an 81 overall, and without further delay, let's go ahead and dive into game #1 of the 25-26 season. First start in net for the Flyers against the Hurricanes. And the only worthy person to note there with any sort of superstar ability is ourselves. But you can see Madfi Michkov. There's a couple other young guns I'm really excited to check out. And it's going to be a whole new ball game, man. We're going from a really well-established offensive team to a very young and upcoming team with some veterans who still know how to play the game. So I'm looking forward to it. See if we can avoid being yelled at by John Tortorella and the boys. But it should be a fun one. New kit, new team, new season. We are headed out to the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina for a matchup. It's the Hurricanes, it's the Flyers. It's a new season, baby. Let's get started and get off on the right foot and put a stamp on this sort of stardom that we've built for ourselves. You know, we're going for that cocky young kid coming up. We're not doing the teammate options. We're going full-blown superstar. And we made the decision to uproot and join a new team as we get set for a new regular season. Michkov now back in front. Konechny, so great line here. It's Konechny, who has looked fantastic both in this game and the real game, playing alongside Michkov, who is a budding superstar for this Philadelphia organization. Morgan Frost centering them. So pretty solid first line, I must say. As now Sebastian Aho feeds it across to Seth Jarvis, and the first save in our new uniform is a good one. You can see a little glimpse of the black and orange pads. I decided to go a little bit more bold with my color choices. Also returning to the Bauer pads I've used for so many years in these Be a Pro games. The Bauer claw marks. It's a nice, it's pretty classic jersey. You know, I'm not a super fan of, I'm definitely not a fan of Philadelphia. I've never really cheered for them, but I respect that their jersey is very historic. Brent Burns getting the first penalty, a slashing call. But when you mix it up with some nice dark pads and a couple splashes, a shock of orange, a shock of white, it really does look special. And I'll show you guys when we get a nice big save. We'll zoom in on the replay. Brent Burns, a little errant with his stick there, gets it into the hands of the Philadelphia Flyers player. We will go to our first power play and get a chance to see some of the kids go to work that are on this team. It looks like the second line's actually starting, so it's captain Sean Couturier alongside his line mates. I believe that is going to be Owen Tippet, maybe? Is that Owen Tippet, who's number 74? And Brink, I believe? Here we go, Sean Couturier in front with a chance on Peter Kochetkov, but he makes a great save. A good passing sequence out of the corner. It's going to be a far different year. You know, if you thought the hits were wild in Vegas, and the numbers obviously for hits when you play the game go way up compared to the rest of the league, get ready for a season with the Flyers. I mean, they're born and bred into the ways of hitting. It runs deep in their blood. So the numbers are going to be a lot more different here playing for the Bullies in Philly. Another good shot by Owen Tippet. Yeah, like I said, I had a great time in Vegas. If you're a fan of Vegas, I apologize. It's nothing against the team, but when EA gives us a golden opportunity, whether it's a bug or we signed a 1 year, I don't really know what happened. We're gonna take it. We're gonna change the scenery. Again, we're going with that mindset of a young, cocky superstar taking his career into his own hands. We've chosen, and the best part is this is a 1 year deal in Philly as well. Things could change at the end of this year. So this playthrough is really shaken wide open with the changing of teams after year one. It like never happens in real hockey. It never would happen unless you're Eric Lindros. My oh my, what an exciting time. Farabee now trying to get it forward. Brink brings it in. Minute left in this first opening frame, opening season power play. Aho tries to clear it down. He will. Sends it all the way down and sending Jamie Drysdale, obviously the young talented blue liner coming over from Anaheim a couple years ago. Big trade there. Philly's got some good pieces. I mean, where they've really struggled is with their goaltending. They obviously have Carter Hart, who legal battles takes him away from the team pretty much indefinitely, and good. He's a piece of shit, excuse my language. But then you have guys that are trying to fill that void, and they're just not making it work. But who is Sean Couturier, the veteran, the captain? Gets things started here with a low blocker side shot, and he beats Kochetkov, who just didn't look very good on that shot. It's not the worst shot, but it's definitely not the best. I bet you he would have liked to have that one back, as the Philadelphia Flyers will open the new 25-26 schedule with a beautiful power play goal by none other than the captain. Kind of a weird captain, if I'm being honest. You know, Sean Couturier, not really known for being the most offensive guy. A little bit more stay-at-home defense for being a forward. But when they named him captain, I mean, he basically got scratched for half the season. It was a very odd thing to see. I mean, obviously, you know, when you're dealing with a coach like they have, anything can happen. Tortorella is known for some wild and bold decisions. But the captain will get us started here. It's been a pretty quiet period so far. Seth Jarvis trying to change that one. Another good block shot by Sanheim. Sanheim, a very talented defenseman. I actually have him in my fantasy league, and he's been very solid for me so far. Playing alongside Drysdale, and unlucky as that one just squeaks through. Sebastian Aho bringing that puck in front, getting it on net. I was in a poke check animation that I triggered, and unfortunately it just rolls up and over. Oh my lord, unlucky. Just up off the crest, off the blocker and in. You can get a look at the beautiful pad scheme that we have there. Well, actually, instead of just seeing that stupid make it snappy ability, it's a great effort by Svechnikov here, and Sanheim unable to read that. And I mean, there's a look at the beautiful pads. How does that even go in? I mean, that's just a look right there. I mean, look, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Philly fan. I'm not even the biggest fan of their jersey, but when you combine it with that look, how gorgeous does that look? New season, new threads. Unfortunately, we're going to follow this up. There's the poke check, and it rides up the, oh my gosh, it rides up the poke check off the rib cage and into the back of the net for a goal by Sebastian Aho, tying this game at 1 goal apiece. And we are scored on in only our second shot on net, and our first period woes continue into this season with a little bit of bad luck there coming out of the corner. Slavin now through the neutral zone. He'll work forward for the Hurricanes, dumps it down low. And it'll be a much different test here. We're coming, like I said, off of having a defensive pairing of Shea Theodore and Alex Pietrangelo. Now you go into Jamie Drysdale and Travis I think it's Travis. Oh my gosh, off the post. And Sanheim, two young kids, both like to get involved offensively. We'll have to see how they can build up some chemistry and find out when to jump and when not to. Back in front for, I'm not even sure who that defenseman is. I'm not familiar. And apologies if you hear me say Vegas instead of Philly or Golden Knights instead of Flyers. It's going to take some time. It is weird jumping to a new team when you just spent a full season playing for one. You know, normally I only have to worry about calling and figuring out who's on the ice for one team, because after you do it for so long for your team, you get very familiar just subconsciously with who's on the ice. But starting a new team, I'm now trying to figure out the lineups for two teams in this opening game, and a lot of fun though. I love that. That's what makes these exciting. Steele now, Sam Steele coming off the bench, drop pass here, and a big windup from the point, blocked in front. Farabee now back for Steele, and Tippet will try and fire this one on net, and Walker does a good job to take that passing shot away. Goss to spare down, a little bit of a weird shot, hits us up high and drops down low, but Sean Walker now back in the neutral zone. Farabee strips that puck away. He'll turn it around and gives it right back to Walker. So a little bit of a sloppy play, start of a new season. You can see some cobwebs needing to be shaken out, some rust as you sit on the offseason for so long, especially as a team that does not make it into the playoffs. Carolina finishing last year with a pretty solid playoff run, eventually losing, I believe, to the Rangers, if I remember correctly. Tippet now back to Farabee, back to Tippet, and a shot in front is blocked by the defenseman and into the corner. Seth Jarvis, I mean, this is a terrifying top line. I don't really see any differences between the two teams from last year. You know, you still got Jarvis, Aho, Svechnikov up front. Carolina knows what they have, and they use it effectively. A turnover, Forster sent the other way. In with a burst of speed, will slow down, pass in front, Konechny, and a beautiful pass down low by Sanheim. Finds Konechny in that hash mark territory, and he will turn and fire this one home. Another good goal by the Philadelphia Flyers, getting Kochetkov a little off balance. Some good puck movement. Only on the stick for half a second. Konechny wastes no time. You can see Kochetkov not happy, backing up into his crease. And what an effort by this line. Forster across, Sanheim down low, and a beautiful shot with Michkov right on the doorstep. And it is a 2-1 Philadelphia lead. We can get used to seeing some of these plays. Like I said, we were treated last year to an unbelievable offensive domination all year long. But you get to see a new team. Oh no, a turnover. We're gonna poke. What a poke check! No, and a shot gets blocked. Thank you. Oh, I don't know which defenseman that was, but a block in front as we sprawl out. We make the poke check, but it goes to a golden opportunity. And if we can get control of this puck, we'll have a look at that replay. All right, before the boys take off. Oh my gosh, we knew we were gonna poke check. I called it. What an effort. I'm not sure who that was who blocked the second effort. Here we go. Seth Jarvis, a sprawling, what a play. As he was looking to dangle us out. There's the look by the goaltender. Confidence. And who is this guy? Who's number 8 for us? York. York blocks it. I mean, that had eyes. Sebastian Aho had it. It goes off the inside of the skate of York. And we're able to scramble back to the front of the net. What a play. You love to see that. Michkov working in Konechny. He has his shot blocked. Whew, some tough moments for this later stage of the first period. Michkov in front, and a great save by Kochetkov. Wow, wow, wee wow. Some good moments here in the first period. What I was about to say was, joining a new team, you really do see what the AI has up their sleeves, and it is very noticeable when there's different strategies between teams in this game. I mean, you have Vegas, who has a powerhouse offensive core, but they also have some really good puck-moving defensemen. And it seems like on power plays, everything goes through Pietrangelo or Hurdle, who are playing on the blue line for the respective power play units. On this team, it looks like everything is going down low and trying to find, at least for this top line, Konechny, who is in the middle. You have Michkov and Frost going to the outside, trying to find that pass. It's really cool to see what different teams build out. It's only a matter of time before I think you see Michkov really explode in this league. I mean, he started last year as like an 80 overall. He's already an 88 in this game. Second year. For us, it's our second year. I can no longer say the rookie goaltender. We're now into our sophomore year. Lots going on around this game, and you love to see it. Brent Burns now turning it through the neutral zone, finds it across to Martin Necas. Necas up to Slavin. Slavin back in front. A little bit of a weird shot. Goes absolutely nowhere, and Farabee will pick that one off. In front to Drysdale, who has a burst of speed, and this is what I was just talking about. The defenseman, good, young, fast, speedy, skilled defenseman, jumping up really deep. Almost like a winger taking off as soon as we get control of the puck. And he gets in front for a golden opportunity, but a big save by Kochetkov. Face off now to the left. It'll be won by Sam Steele, who finds Sanheim, gets it across to his partner. Tippet back to Farabee. And now Drysdale with another shot, a broken stick. It is the stick of a Philadelphia Flyers player. He'll go to the bench, grab a new one, back in time, Kakianemi. Kakianemi in, trying to find space in the Flyers territory. Wins that puck battle, but another slashing call, this time to Fast. And it's those turnover plays that are causing issues with the AI. I'm not quite sure why, but it would look like anytime there's a turnover, they just kind of, yeah, right there behind the man, nowhere near the puck, trying to get a turnover to spark him towards the net. He doesn't like it, but I mean, you're going to get called on that every single time in this game. You cannot be slashing somebody from behind. You're never going to win that puck battle. Here we go, face off for another power play. 2:21 left in the first period. Farabee with a shot that gets blocked, and now Dumoulin sends up to Carconi. Is it Carconi or Sarconi? I don't even know. But a play in front and some shorthanded efforts. Come on, boys, use your feet. Let's go. Drysdale finally working it forward. A couple big saves. I was about to say, as Michkov tries to do a flashy little dangle, I was about to say, not really been tested in this first period. It's been pretty quiet as the Carolina Hurricanes get two glorious shorthanded opportunities. And now Walker will send this forward. Another look. He wins that battle, but a big hit coming out of the defenseman there, Konechny. Forward to Morgan Frost, finds Michkov. Michkov back past Morgan Frost, and it's a great low shot. Right now, Kochetkov has all of those angles figured out, and he's making it look pretty easy. Pretty fun first period. Not a lot going for goal scoring. Some big hits. Like we talked about, get ready to see some big hits coming out of the Flyers team this year. 1:26 left in the first period. Face off now for Sean Couturier. Couturier wins it back to York. York with a blast, and it's actually going to be Kochetkov playing it. I don't think his team was ready for that. That's a bad hit by Brett Burns, but it's turned over. Tippet with a shot on net, and Martinook able to grab that pass as he was going back to the blue line. Martinook across to Slavin. Slavin with a big shot on net. We have to stay and hold our ground. Is now another penalty coming to Carolina late in this first period. Aho will touch up, and it's interference from Martinook in front of the net. So we'll have to see what happened here. Yeah, just trying to push his man out, sends them to the ground, unable to find that puck, and a little bit of early season frustration. Maybe the leg's not working the way you want them to. Rust not quite shaken off yet, and we got a 5-on-3 here with only 57 seconds left in the first period. Can we capitalize? Another great face-off win by the Carolina Hurricanes. Ghosty Bear will send this one down. Shane Gostisbehere tries to look for a pass, but now Morgan Frost picks it up. We have numbers heading the other way. Konechny waiting for his team to join. Travis Konechny back from Michkov, and it's poked free. We'll have to regroup in the neutral zone. Drysdale will send this one down low. Michkov giving chase, but Gostisbehere will get that. He's now pinned along the board. Konechny there to help out. Michkov out from the corner. Back to Farabee, and Michkov will block that shot. A little bit of a miscommunication. That may have actually been Morgan Frost who blocked that shot. So in a team last year where you'd almost be guaranteed to score at least one goal on a 5-on-3, couple of miscues here early. Again, it's early season times. Still a lot of momentum and chemistry to be found. Is a wide shot, 98.6 mile. Another one here by Farabee, and some good shots now directed towards the goaltender. But some big saves. Drysdale, last 3 seconds, shot on net, and it's another save with 0.6 on the clock. One power play over with. We will start the second period with a minute of power play time in what is our first game in our new team of a new year. Oh, it feels good, ladies and gentlemen. Season 2. Our first one, like I said, thanks to you guys. Made it a lot of fun. It was a very successful season. Unfortunately, cut short in our second round of the playoffs, but sometimes that happens. It can't go all, rainbows and roses. 20-shot first period for the Philadelphia Flyers. You love to see that. It is a 2-1 hockey game as we get you set for the second period puck drop between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Carolina Hurricanes. 1 minute of power play time. Brent Burns will get that off the face-off win. Back in comes the Hurricanes, but it's blocked in front. Frost shrugging off the first hit, unable to do the second one. He sends it in front to Farabee. Matvei Michkov now in, setting up, backhanded pass. Backwards pass, sorry. A good shot there by Travis Konechny. I gotta say, Kochetkov looks really solid in this game. He's not obviously the best goaltender in the league, dealing with some health issues in the real world. He's what he needs to be. He's very sound. He doesn't give up a lot of rebounds, doesn't make some unnecessary movement in the net. And I'm talking about him in real life, not this game. I mean, this game's completely random. Michkov, one-on-one, and another big save, just holding his ground, exactly what we were just talking about. This time, the game imitating reality. Square to the shot, not a lot of movement. Michkov in alone, trying to get one here for this second power play. Last 30 seconds now, another face-off win by Carolina. They've looked very strong. Michkov jumping to keep that one in. It does squirt free, and now Philly will have to reset. Konechny back in, pass to Frost, back to Travis Konechny. Michkov picks up the loose puck, sends it to Morgan Frost. Frost's own rebound, and just following that puck to perfection is Pyotr Kochetkov right now. My lord, 23 shots in this game. He has been one busy beaver in the net, and he's looked good so far. Here we go, face off now. Couturier, last attempt, 7 seconds left. A good effort by Brink. Can we get one more shot? Tippet will try to throw it off the pads. A good little effort on a sharp angle, and now Martinook out of the penalty box, and he tries to go short side. Good effort there with a burst of speed by York just to cut off that close side, making him go far. We were able to read that one perfectly. Tippet between the legs, tries to get a shot, now fast. Back forward, up to Kotkaniemi. Line change after that penalty kill for the Hurricanes, but it's Couturier, stays on the ice. He will go forward, waiting, gives it to Tippet. Tippet, shooting. And Owen Tippet reminds me a little bit of what we saw in Thomas Hertl. Now, having said that, I don't think they're comparable in terms of offensive skill. Hertl has a very good shot on him. I'm not quite sure Tippet has that same luxury. And what a play by the faceoff, and York just waits, shoots, and scores. Cam York off the faceoff gets this puck directed on net. There's traffic obviously off the faceoff, but it's just a nice quick shot. And yeah, Kochetkov unable to get set back up after all the good saves he's had in that first period. This is kind of a miscue as he doesn't read the pass. I mean, he's looking left, and that just shows you a picture. Not really his fault. 3 bodies directly in the shooting lane. Looks left, puck's coming right, and unable to pick that one up as now Philly up to a 3-1 lead here. A beautiful face-off win, and a quick shot is all you need. And that's what I was wishing Vegas would do all year last year. It took them forever to start shooting on off face-off wins. But what I was saying is, Hertl, in terms of size, skating, and everything in this game, Hertl's model looks very similar to Tippet's model. Big power forwards, same skating style. We'll see if Tippet can start getting some goals just like Hertl was finding in the later stages of that second half of the season. Nearly 30 shots. We're only 4 minutes down in this second period, and we're almost up to freaking 30 shots. This could be a 70-shot game for the Philadelphia Flyers, and you're loving every second of it. Here we go, face-off win, barely, but Kotkaniemi will win this one forward. Kotkaniemi now into Philadelphia Flyers territory, back pass to his... That was actually a forward dropping pass. Kotkaniemi working towards the front of the net, nearly gets a step on the defenseman. I think that was Kotkaniemi. It may have been Martin H's. Morgan Frost now ahead. Over to Drysdale, joining the rush. Konechny with another shot. They're putting that shot into a really good position. Yes, Kochetkov is reading it and getting some good saves, but I really like the angles and the positions they're trying to shoot from. Just trying to take the goaltender off balance even slightly. And it seems to be working pretty well. They're much better in the offensive zone than Carolina is at the moment. Michkov with a hard shot. Nearly a rebound in front. Another good angle shot. Perfect position for that rebound. But Svechnikov there first. He'll skate it all the way down. Clears it. And a puck back towards the Philly zone. And another big save. A turnover. Not really anyone's fault. Just kind of a weird bounce. Leads to a shot in front. We get across and make a big save. And now a hard shot from the point of Brent Burns. Make a big save for our 12th shot of the game now. Oh, it's always fun to be playing these Be It Pros. You guys really seem to like them, and like I said, when you get random wrenches thrown your way, like we had with signing with Philly, it injects a new spark of energy right to the playthrough, and it gets me really excited. Whoa! A turnover. Bemstrom with a shot off the faceoff, and why not shoot it off the faceoff? You never know what could happen. That nearly squirts free to a Carolina player right in front. Brink taken hard down by Slavin. Up to Drury. Sean Drury cuts in front. A shot. We'll read that one to perfection. Play that one over to Thomas Tatar. Brink now. So a little bit of a weird line. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's Sean Couturier. Actually, we got a mixed line here, but I believe it's Sean Couturier, Brink, and Thomas Tatar is our third line. So you can kind of see the depth of our scoring right now is a little lackluster. Again, I really wish I could see a transaction list so I could see what happened in the offseason. I want to know who we drafted first overall because we were rewarded with that first overall selection. It would be nice to see if they went with a defenseman, a goaltender, a forward. Philly has some really good kids, but they don't have a lot of them. They really need to find some depth scoring. And right now, I don't think we have that even in this game. So it'll be interesting to see how the year progresses, what kind of season we're able to put together with the team we have. Do we need to make some changes? Good effort there by Farabee to strip the puck away from the Carolina forward. Tippet trying to streak in behind. He's got some speed for a big body. Stahl will dump this one down low. Sanheim pressured now, kicks it free over and in the corner. Sam Steele stepping back to help out. But he kicks it free. Right there is Stahl. Shane Gostisbehere through traffic will rip home his first goal of the 25-26 calendar year. And I mean, what a lethal shot. That is Shane Gostisbehere, still has it in the later stages of his career. I mean, that's just a perfectly placed shot. I feel like I was in good position, similar to what happened to Kochekov. 7 bodies right in front of the net, unable to pick that one up. Vision just not quite where it needs to be. And a beautiful seeing eye shot through, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bodies cutting across the net. Probably could have been a little bit more towards the post side, but I felt like I was in a good position, and a really good shot by Shane Gostisbehere. So it's a 3-2 hockey game. I mean, it only takes one shot, man, and make that nearly 2 as he whiffed on the timing. We just stretch across the big body of the goaltender, able to make that save, and that's just a bad play here. Multiple bodies not even picking up Svechnikov, and I mean, we have to make a monster save now. Whew. Close calls. I do want to just quickly have another peek while we have some time. I mean, this kid is just looking mighty fine. It brings me back to the olden chel days, I will say. The Bauer claw marks have always been my favorite pads. You love it. Anyway, a big save off the stick of Svechnikov, who kind of whiffed on his timing there just a little bit. Able for us to stretch across and make the save. When this line is on the ice, you got to be careful. And Shane Gostisbehere is taking shot after shot. He's feeling good. He's got some offensive prowess to him in the early goings of this season. You got to be careful when he's on the ice as well. Come on, boys, wake up, win a faceoff. Aho wins it cleanly. Another tip in front. A Shane Gostisbehere shot tipped in front. Drysdale gets the rebound, but now hemmed into our own zone. Michkov strips Jarvis from the puck. Now he's away with Konechny. Morgan Frost had Michkov going to the right side. I really wish these defensemen would try the crossing passes just a little bit more when it's so obvious, but it was a nice hard shot. Kochekov fighting that one. It stays 3-2. A fun game in the opening stint of this new season. You never know what you can expect. Sometimes you get absolutely goose eggs on the board. Sometimes it's a wide open game with 7 goals apiece. Pretty even game so far. Philly dominating the shot column, but it's a 3-2 hockey game. And I mean that's the thing, right? You play a team like Carolina, who has been so good for so many years. Another playoff run. All it takes is a shot from them. Like, I know that's a saying that you hear from everybody. All it takes is one shot. That's true. But with a lineup like this, where you got so many scorers and so many talented scorers, it really is just one shot away from just opening the floodgates. So 7 minutes left in the second period, 3-2 hockey game. Getting a look at our new line mates in front of us. It's been fun so far. I'm really anxious to see how the defense, builds themselves out. I'm not sure I like Sanheim and Drysdale on the same line. Like I said, they're both very talented, both very gifted skaters, very gifted offensive players. But they're just that. They're offensive defensemen. And if they're both looking to jump up on the play, it worries me a little bit in this game that I don't know if their defensive awareness stat category will be high enough to pick off the odd man rushes. But we'll find out. I mean, it's a young defensive core all the way up and down the top 3 pairings. Jarvis back to Gostisbehere. We know he's taking a shot. Make sure we're in position there. Jarvis in front, up over, off the crossbar. And another breath of fresh air as that one comes within centimeters of going into the back of the net. Farabee with a little nifty shot. I actually really like that play with Owen Tippet crashing the front of the net. He kind of saucer shoots, half passes that puck, and a tip in front, steal in front, and what a play! Unbelievable. There's a shot by Owen Tippet, making me eat my own words, says I can shoot just as good as Hurdle. Rips this one in front of the net, back to a 2-goal lead, 4-2 hockey game in favor of the Flyers. What a play, out muscling in the corner. That's Farabee and Steele working together to take the puck away. You can see Tippett just beat the defenseman back, and what a blast from in front of the net. You can see him switch gears right here. Oh, it's a turnover, back in front, beats the defenseman, and what a shot. Oh my word. No chance for Kochetkov on that one-timer, and it's a beautiful play by the second line for the Philadelphia Flyers to regain that 2-goal lead here late in the second period. 36 shots against Kochetkov now, and a big hit. Now Philadelphia is starting to feel themselves really getting in to what their game needs to be. Physical, fast, and make use of their shots. Another high shot by Owen Tippett. Kochetkov has to leap up a little bit to shrug that one off. Svechnikov all the way across to Martin Necas. Necas to Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi loses the puck. We have to hold our ground to make sure that one doesn't trickle on by. Owen Tippett. He'll be a fun player to watch this year. If he's anything like Thomas Hurdle, he'll be really fun to watch this year. Necas back to Burns, finds fast. Back to Burns. A shot blocked in front. Kotkaniemi back. And a low shot we're able to fight off. No rebound, just what you like. Remember, we spent the offseason training a number of items. One of them being vision, one of them being rebound, a lot into speed and endurance. We want to be able to hold on to our stamina a lot more this season. Even still, you can see how fast it drains. Necas now over to Burns. Burns tries to get that through traffic, and Sanheim will walk away with the puck, but he's pinched along the boards, kicks it free, and now Frost will work it forward to Michkov. Michkov with a nice open ice dangle. Drysdale there to help out. Drysdale, really awkward hip check. Hopefully he's okay there. We'll play this one way off the boards if I can get it. Perfect play right to Michkov, who unfortunately eats another massive hit. And I don't like seeing our star player going down like that. It's a little eek. Not quite what I had in mind when I passed it up to him. Kotkaniemi now. Backhanded shot to Carolina players hounding the net. Will hold on for a face-off. 49 seconds left in this second period. It's been an eventful one. Yeah, sorry about that one, Michkov. I thought it was a much better play. But you kind of got rocked for my passing effort there. Face-off to the left. A big win by Sean Couturier, who gets on the ice very little in this game, but has made some good wins. York scares me. He's made a couple questionable turns in his own zone. Not quite sure what he's rated overall. Sean Couturier back to Tatar. He loses it. 7 seconds left in the second period. Any last second effort from Carolina is going to have to happen now. Drury tries shovel passing that down. It is a horn here to end the second period. A pretty fun one. 4-2. This beautiful play over to Owen Tippett, who makes absolutely no mistake, blasting a pass for our fourth goal. Pretty fun one. There you go. 37 to 25 shots. Hits are pretty much dead even. Time on attack a little bit in favor of Philly. And it's been a good one here to start the new season. Here we go. Third period now. Puck drop to final 20 minutes of regulation. We'll see if the young Flyers core can hold on, or if anything left in the tank for the Carolina Hurricanes, as the cobwebs from the offseason are just about shaken off for both teams. Starting to see a much better passing, a little bit more heads-up plays. Svechnikov now finds Sebastian Aho. Aho into Philly territory, gives it to Svechnikov, and if I had no luck, I would have if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Like, the amount of garbage bounces right to the stick of a lethal goal scorer is unbelievable. And look at that, like, EA, you gotta do something about the ridiculous puck magnets. I mean, how ridiculous is that play? It's going to be Sebastian Aho with his second of the game, but, like, we're square to the shooter in front of the net. Like, it's just, you can't make this stuff up. It's a bad read once again by Drysdale. We'll call that out in just a minute. Actually, that's Sanheim this time. Svechnikov goes for the shot. It bounces off Drysdale's foot. And how about that? Like, You're telling me it couldn't go any other direction except right there past Sanheim onto the stick of Aho. And we just about get across. But I mean, come on. Unlucky. 4-3 is the hockey game. An early goal struck here by the Carolina Hurricanes. And once again, that puck luck is just, it's non-existent for me. And it's totally existent for every single other team. My lord. Svechnikov. And I mean, when it rains, it pours, right? That's the EA way in NHL 25. You get one goal and their stats get jacked through the roof. Svechnikov buries it past us this time. Our defenseman totally flat-footed off the faceoff once again. Somehow Svechnikov does the exact same play, and this time our goaltender unable to react in time. And it is a 4-4 hockey game. I mean, we talked about it in our time with Vegas. Yes, I was a little tiny bit out of position, but it's a quick shot. It's a beautiful shot, and it's just another bad play off a faceoff. When the momentum swings, here's a face-off penalty now to Seth Jarvis. So Carolina is going to have to clean this up because this is the third time that they've gotten their sticks into the wrong places. And it's just your sticks in the chest and the hands. But it's just the way the EA has programmed the momentum. You get a goal, your momentum skyrockets, and it just is so overpowered. We'll see now if Philly can fight back in this one. That's what we talked about in period number 1, just because we took an early lead. The Carolina Hurricanes are notorious for goal scoring. They are a very good offensive team. It quite literally takes one shot in 2 straight shifts to get them back squared in this game. Big shot off the side of the net. Farabee trying to pass this in front. Dumoulin strips them the puck. And it'll be an effort to keep it in. Brink does get the puck back momentarily, but good effort by the Hurricanes player as Sean Couturier will now work in for the Flyers. Loses the puck, but it's a good effort to keep it in. Couturier back to Brink. Brink to Couturier. A blast from the point. Farabee has some help by Tippet. Now Couturier picking it up. Some good cross ice movement here. Back in front. It's going to be Tippet trying to snipe home his second of the night. Like I said, it's very easy to get frustrated at some of the EA things that happen. All I can say is it's the first game of the season, first game with a new team. Carolina is obviously the favorite to win this one. It's just kind of frustrating when you're in a good position, especially on that first goal, and it just gives them a gift to get back in the game. But like I said, that's just the way these EA games have trended. Bounces go in favor of one team over another every single game. Sometimes it's for us, sometimes it's against us. And unfortunately, this game, it's certainly against us. Sanheim doing his best to keep it in. Tippet now using his feet. Come on, get this puck into loose territory. No. Just going to turn over. 30 seconds left on this power play. Power play not quite up to speed just yet. Unable to really set up. Great job by the penalty killers of this Carolina Hurricanes team. Another effort by Aho getting back. Unfortunately, it looks like the power play will end with, I don't even think really a shot on net. Maybe here. Couturier back in front. Unable to get that pass cleanly. Couple tired bodies now. We got to be careful as the penalty comes to an end. A shot on net. And I mean, what the heck did I just see is now Sean Couturier, both captains in this game, getting 2 each. As Sean Couturier and the last legs of his shift, penalty over, walks this puck in front. Nobody challenging him, thinking they have a clear line. And what a blast by Sean Couturier. Okay, so I mean, I call out the old captain for not having much of an offensive presence in these games. And here he is with 2 in the first game of the season. An absolute rip. I mean, just like me, Kacheko is not going to be happy about that one. But it's an absolute rip. Post and in. And momentum hopefully turned here. Didn't get one on the power play. Not a lot of good looks. But makes good on the effort right after the penalty. And on the 43rd shot of the game, we have scored our 5th goal, 5-4. And I mean, you never know what you're going to get. Some season openers, some early games are snooze fest where nobody can really seem to generate offense. Other times it's like this where you have a high scoring affair. Defensive struggles kicking a little bit. Goaltenders not quite as sharp as they need to be. Kachekov has looked pretty solid in this game, but we've done pretty good to find the back of the net as a nice little shovel pass in front and a good effort to get across and take away that angle. We've only faced 28 shots. We've let in 24. Not quite the season opener we were looking for, but also not the worst. I mean, games like this do happen. Frost now steals it. And Michkov trying to shovel that one backhander onto Kachekov. I believe it's still him in net. No real reason to not have him in the net. He's not played bad. Sandheim with a good read there. Pendle on the boards trying to dig it out and get it free. Drysdale now. Over across to Couturier looking for the hat trick. I don't even know if he has a hat trick or if he does, when the last time would be. Natchez across and a windmill glove save. Unbelievable to steal that one away. Martin Natchez finds fast. That's a gorgeous... Come on, EA. You're not going to give me that one. Really? What a save. As beautiful pass. I mean, absolutely beautiful pass. Oh my lord. And he's making himself known here in Philadelphia amongst the fans. What an effort. A windmill glove save. And he keeps this one. Biggest save of the new campaign so far. That's the kind of goaltending that you need to steal games away if you're the Philadelphia Flyers. You're not always going to win with goal scoring, a tip in front. And right onto the side, another gorgeous look and a beautiful gift, but unable to get the shot on the side of the net. Natchez now working against Zumala. Zumala turning away, needs to get this puck forward, finds Tatar. Tatar just gets it out of the Philadelphia Flyers zone. Kotkaniemi unable to pick off that pass. Fast now, under pressure, Zumala. He'll get that. Tatar will turn it the other way, ahead for Brink. Brink back into the Carolina zone, stops, gives it to York. York works in, has an opportunity, but some good patience by the netminder. Hounded off the puck, Farabee steps in, steal, works behind the net, back out to Zumala, dropping low. Brink crisscrosses with his defenseman. Now we got to make sure that we're back covering up. Dumoulin tries to send it forward. A great job by Zamel. There's too many similar names right now. Zumala, Zamelin, Dumoulin, my lord. 10 minutes left in this opening game of the new season. Pretty solid one so far. 5-4 in favor of Philadelphia, who has battled hard in this one to keep the 1-goal lead. Nice face-off win. Drysdale working hard. Tippet turns and fires. And another save into the glove of Kachekov. It is mind-blowing to me that in our second year, we're on a new team. Now, they do have a requested trade by the GM. That doesn't always work. Sometimes they tell you to go screw off. Other times they're like, yeah, we'll work on a trade. Remember, this was just an off-season signing. We decided to sign with Philly. We were given the option and we took it. And now here we are, second season, new team. We're looking forward to it. Toronto Maple Leafs looking to rebound this year, making it to the Stanley Cup Finals in our first year, losing to the Dallas Stars. Honestly, that would break my heart more. Now, I'm a Leafs fan, a diehard Leafs fan. You can make fun of me all you want. We suck in the playoffs. I know it. I'm used to it. It's not even painful anymore. But if the year they finally break out of that playoff slump and they make it as far as the finals, if they were to lose in the finals, I would arguably be more upset than them constantly losing in the first round. Like, don't give me that hope and then lose it all. You know what I mean? I'm sure other teams feel the same way. And I mean, the rebounds that Aho is look like, he is so hand-eye aware right now. It's scary. The dude has almost whacked it out of the air multiple times. Farabee with a burst of speed and another big save. Sandheim trying to set up. Drysdale keeps it in. Steele working with Tippet. And Tippet with another turning shot. Man, Sebastian Aho's got some great hand-eye coordination. Another great save. I don't know if that went off a defenseman's stick or off Kachekov, but what an effort. Nearly in. Konechny, or sorry, not Konechny, Kotkaniemi. Man, there's a lot of similar sounding names in this game. And another big save in front. We saw that one. I just tried to get my glove out in front as fast as I could. We didn't really get across the net, but sometimes if you make the save animation first, you don't really need to. And another good read as we hold on for our 30th save of the game so far. A pretty busy one by both goaltenders. Brent Burns turns and fires. Sandheim able to alleviate the full pressure here, sending it forward to Morgan Frost. Frost working in, hounded by the defenseman. A loose puck in front, but it squirts free to Martin Natchez. Kotkaniemi now working one-on-one against the Philly defenseman. We shrug off that shot. It was high and off the top of our shoulder. Natchez once again battling. Konechny dropping down low. He'll win the battle, but it just about stays in for Carolina as Morgan Frost will carry this one forward. Morgan Frost shrugged off the puck. Some good defensive battles by both teams now. 5 minutes left in this first game final period. I can't even talk. There's too many similar names. Tongue twisters and another sharp shot. And we'll hold on, just staying square to that post. We are nearly 50 shots for Philly, 37 for the Carolina Hurricanes, and a busy night. Oh my word. Not how I predicted the first game to go, but what a fun one. And that's a dangerous little play by Farabee. Could have been called for a little bit of an interference play, but not to be had. Drury now back in for Carolina. Cross. Oh! There is no way this keeps happening, man. There is no way that our luck is this bad that a really fluffy shot goes on and we're unable to get across as Jack Drury jumps in and just pokes this one free. Another hit that sends the puck the opposite way, and I'm telling you, that is the 4th goal they've scored the exact same way, and you cannot make this up. He gets hit while trying to make the shot. We are in position to make it, have to kick out our pad to stop the puck from progressing into the back of the net. And who else but a Carolina player right in pass. Look at this. He goes to shoot it, gets knocked off balance. It goes, okay, well, there's the kick save, but who else is there? Not our defenseman. It's, oh my gosh, it's a gift amongst gift. EA, stop with these garbage rebounds, please. I'm begging you. Who do I have to talk to get some sort of help with these bounces? I don't think I've had a favorable bounce yet. As now, I mean, we're in some pressure now. A 5-5 hockey game in game number 1. I mean, as a fan, you love to see that. A rebound in front, or sorry, a deflection. We now have 90 shots in this game, by the way. Not to mention all the block shots we've had from both teams. Oh my lord, you guys are in for a treat in your first game. 5-5 with 3:38 left on the game clock. And Carolina finding a way once again. Another deflection. Stop it. Stop it, please. I'm begging you guys. Oh my gosh, it's in front alone. Somebody help me out, please. I am absolutely on my hands and knees begging you guys to help me out with which employee do I got to talk to? A sharp shot there and a nice save. This is an exciting game. This is an exciting end. Our luck has not been great, but we fought it off enough to keep this one all tied. 42 shots against, and this is just wild. This is absolutely insane. Morgan Frost gets it ahead to Travis Konechny. Can Michkov be a hero we need him to be? Baby Drysdale. Drysdale working in a toe drag. Where's the puck? And where's our puck luck? No. Oh my word, what an effort there. Nearly toe dragging it into an open net. Oh man, I'm excited in this one. And we will hold on for no rebound. Oh my lord, I'm sweating. I'm sweating in this one. What a fun one, guys. Nearly losing my voice, screaming like a little girl. New team. You love to see it. Face-off wins. Sanheim now working it forward. He decides not to pass it up. I don't like this play by Sanheim. Oh, I really don't like this play by Sanheim. Brent Burns comes in for a snipe. We will hold on. 47.8 seconds. Sanheim, please do not have your AI completely turn off this late in the game. Face-off to our left. Big face-off required here. Morgan Frost setting up against Sebastian Aho. Aho will win that one with his foot. Michkov sacrificing the body, stretching out. I'm going to play this. Everybody's tangled up. Get it forward, Drysdale. Morgan Frost, no. Why do they always do this? I should never play the puck. I should never play the puck. Please, guys, get this puck out. It's not hard. I hate when their AI does that. When your AI just skates it into the bench or into the boards and doesn't get the puck clear, it's like, what the heck are you guys thinking and doing? 22 seconds left. Both goalies nearly facing 50 shots each. Kochetkov has faced 53 shots. We faced 46. It's an absolute slaughter out here. Come on, boys. Please, I am begging you. Full pressure. Anything. Tippet finally works it forward. Farabee, full pressure. Still not relieved somehow. That took a long time. York picks off that goalie pass. We keep it in. Aho working hard. York fighting him off. Back in front pass. And the time will tick down. And in what is probably my favorite opening game of any season ever, we are headed to OT, tied 5-5. There is the puck luck we have compared to the puck luck they have. And I mean, yeah, you can be frustrated that they scored 4 identical goals. But at the end of the day, it's all fun, baby. 53 to 47 shots. Oh my gosh. You guys are getting bonus time here in the first game as a Philadelphia Flyer, battling it out with the Carolina Hurricanes. You can't really ask for much more than this. This is a blast. Burns now on the ice. Not quite the defenseman I'd go with, but Aho winds up. And I don't know where the heck our forward went to cover Aho, but Drysdale now will take a skate. He's in behind. Drysdale in one-on-one with Kochetkov. He had Bichkov trying to skate towards the front of the net, but was a little slow reading that play. Maybe if he was a step closer, you would have seen a pass come out. Face-off now. Anything can happen off the drop of a face-off. Wins it. Drysdale back to Michkov, fires. It's a good save once again. Make sure that we don't get caught down low. Good effort there. Two men challenging it. Frost down low, working it with Michkov. Michkov turns away. A shot on net. It's a fluffy one. But Kochetkov will hold on. Minute and a half cleared off this overtime clock. We should get a line change here, I would assume. Yes, we do. It'll be Couturier alongside Konechny. So there's a couple of veterans for this Philly squad on the ice to challenge Aho and the Carolina Hurricanes. Full pressure now. Konechny driving to the net. He will just get that on. Unfortunately, no outlet pass, so we'll have to do the face-off again. Drysdale's been on for a significant period of time. He's a young kid, so his recovery in this opening game should be pretty solid, but always sketchy. I kind of figured you'd put Sanheim out for one of these. Face-off win now by Carolina. Another good effort by Konechny. Forward pass, loses it. Konechny strips. Couturier, captain, hat trick. No, a poke check. A poke check by Kochetkov right in front and steals away the game-winning hat trick from the captain. Now Aho goes to work, and he'll be patient. We'll stay with him on that shot. 49 shots against in this game. Here we go, Aho working in front. Jarvis and Couturier. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God, you can't make this up. On the 50th shot, we make the save. And Sean Couturier, who missed his third goal on the other end, gets a goal on his own net. And EA of all EA ends it in the same way they started it. Oh my Lord, you gotta be absolutely kidding me. And what more do I gotta do? One-on-one with Seth Jarvis, we make a monster save. Beautiful save. And Couturier, for no reason, picks this puck up 5-hole. Like, why? Why would he ever do that? EA, you gotta fix some of these clunky animations. I don't know what else I gotta do. Oh, and then you see the bowling animation, you toxic players. Oh my Lord, the first game of the season, going to OT, we do everything we possibly can to try and get a win in our first game in a Flyers uniform. But we let in 6, and 5 of them, there is quite literally nothing we can do. But what an opening game. It's still fun nonetheless. I still had an absolute blast. Like I said, you just kind of got to shake your head in frustration, though, with some of the goals that EA allows happen. And an 8-8 save percentage to start the season, not what we were looking for. But at the end of the day, when you face 50 shots, and 5 of them are going in off really garbage bounces, 1 off your own teammate in overtime, I think we're going to save our points here, save up for a couple 2-cost ones. But we will drop the first game in our Flyers debut in overtime with a wild game at that. Oh, man, what a fun one, though. Hey, we're in a Phillies uniform. We are underway. Another stupid... Hey, a brand wants us? If it means money, let's talk. They're dropping limited edition t-shirts for each NHL team. They want you to represent Philly. I love the idea. Well, what's the pay? They're paying well considering they're both your signature and your commercial scenes. You in? You know, having my signature front and center on the t-shirt is a big deal. Speaking of the commercial, I want the best screen time. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Dang it. Dang it. We can never win. I haven't put any points into our conversational skills, but... Oh my gosh, what an exciting game. I don't even know what to say after that. Just EA, please throw your man a bone, as we are getting the second game of the season back to back. So we are actually the bona fide #1 guy. You're not even giving me a night off after a 50 save effort or 50 shot effort. All right, we'll take it. Hey, you love to see it. Absolutely, we'll play in it. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The first game as a Philadelphia Flyer completed, over with. Overtime, we'll take the 1 point for sure, but what a weird game at that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Season 2 is well underway now. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you get notifications anytime a video drops. Thank you for all the love and support for Season 1. Season 2 is going to be even crazier if this first video has anything to show for it. Until the next episode, guys, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And as always, we'll catch you back here in the next one. Bye, guys.